welcome back to the UIA Trusted Partners Podcast. On today's show, I have a hydrating episode for us today. In fact, I'll satiate and quench that thirst right now with our guest, Cayleigh Hansen, independent Enagic distributor.
Awesome.
Cayleigh, how are we doing?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing great. We finally have a chance to get you on the show.
Yes.
You had a vacation a little bit ago, so awesome. I hope that was phenomenal. We'll get into some where you went and all that a little bit later here.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you wait. But I've been excited for this episode because it's such a simple concept, but it's such a wonderful concept at the same time. We're going to go all in on it here. So for us listeners and viewers at home, maybe haven't had a chance to learn or hear about what Enagic is. Mm-hmm. What is it? What does it do? And how long have you been servicing the Omaha area?
So Enagic is actually a Japanese health company. Mm-hmm. They've been around for 51 years and they transform hydration with medical grade water. There are many, a lot more medical grade and different things they go into and different products that they use as well. I won't get into those today just because we are talking about the water, but they focus on health. They're very just health oriented, very focused, and it is a global movement. Yeah,
I was kind of looking through their website and your website because they're a little different. Theirs is, like you said, they have everything on theirs. Wow, they have a lot. So I won't run through all that either. Maybe we'll have to get one of the executives out here from Japan maybe.
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be awesome. He'd be like, okay, I'm in Nebraska. Why?
Yeah.
Why am I here again? Okay. Well, maybe we'll treat him to some nice beef.
All right. There you go.
I do always love this question because I get some really fun answers. Where did the calling or maybe drive, maybe even passion come from to kind of be in this position where you are and be a distributor for a company like this?
Yeah. So honestly, I would say it started when I was, in high school. I was always on the quest to find perfect water, good water. I wanted good food. I was always looking at ingredients. I did the nutrition side of things. I was kind of the black sheep of my family, you could say. I was the weird one. And luckily, with this company, I have found so many who are like me. So I really have truly aligned with what it is. But I was actually in the healthcare staffing industry for 5 years, climbed my way up the ladder, was very happy there, no complaints. It's hard work, but I appreciated the hard work and I appreciated the commission. I appreciated my nurses and I still talk to quite a few of them today. But where I had that, everything changed when I had a baby, which was now 19 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. A little boy. And he changed everything for me. I almost had an identity crisis and I just didn't know who I was anymore.
Wow.
I wasn't happy where I was. I wanted to be with him. I was paying, a very great lady to help out and not raise him, but essentially to me, it felt like she was raising him. And so, that was just really hard for me. I was also breastfeeding. And so you go into the pumping room, which is this cold, dark little room, and you just sit there and you're like, what am I doing here? Why am I not with that
The repurposed janitor's closet. And I use repurposed lightly. Yeah.
They had an actual lactation room.
But that's nice.
But it just wasn't, it was disheartening to say the least. So I tried sticking it out, and it just got to the point where, there's so many doctor appointments when they're newborns, and I didn't have much PTO to go off of anyways because I didn't have a paid maternity leave. So it was kind of like starting over. And I think that was just another really hard pill for me to swallow.
Right.
And I just didn't know who I was. I was like, I'm not happy here anymore. I'm now, almost selling something because I've always been in sales.
Sure.
But now I'm selling something that I don't believe in.
Right.
And
I get that.
The industry's gotten, it's changed. It has. COVID kind of ruined everything. It made things
ruined a lot.
Made it ruin. So yeah, when you go back to it, but now that I'm out of it, I realized how unaligned I was with it and how long I kind of just was like going with the motions and just kind of doing my day in and my day out. And like, I was fine, but I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So that is basically what I did. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I was going to put in a 2 weeks and try to find a remote position. It had nothing to do with this. And then I came across an ad on Facebook, nonetheless. Doom scrolling. Literally doom scrolling. Like, sad one night,
Yep. Like, what am I going to do with life?
And this ad came up, and it said, "Hey, have you climbed your way up the corporate ladder, but decided now that you've had kids, like all your priorities have changed?" And I'm like, me.
Stop listening to Google, but yes.
And I was like, I don't know what kind of algorithm this is, but yes. And I actually reached out to her. And she is now my coach today, my coach and mentor, who's super high up, and my inspiration, honestly, at the same time. But it was that, and when I kind of told my husband, I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. And he's like, are you crazy? Like, are you actually crazy? Can't we just get a 9-to-5 and have a basic life and a basic job? And I'm like, I'm just not that kind of person. You know, when I do something, I want to do it 100%. And when I became a mom, like when I was a leader, a team lead, I wanted to do that 100%. When I became a mom, I wanted to do that 100%. Now that I want to do that, like, you know, I'll do it 100%. I'm not just sitting around and not doing it. So he was also like, water's water, Cayleigh. I don't know what you're thinking, but he did. He supported me. We eventually got
I was going to say, and then he tasted it and he was like, all right.
Yeah. Once he started seeing his own transformations, you know, it's hard until you kind of see that your own transformation. And that's why I really enjoy sharing it, especially with our local community, because then they all get to have their own testimony from it. They can all see what personally it helps in their own life. So that's
and we're going to be getting to a lot of the benefits here. So I'm excited about some of this here. So today we're going to be mostly talking about the Kangen water itself, not necessarily the systems or all that. If you want to go more into depth and you want that conversation, reach on out. That website to reach out to us, right down in the comments of this video that you're watching. So talk to Cayleigh directly, schedule up a one-to-one, get a meeting on the books, do something. Yes, absolutely, to get just all the deep info. Yeah, because a lot of times, even in my industry, half the battle is education.
Yep. Absolutely.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yes, exactly.
So what we don't know is more about Kangen water. What is it?
So this water is actually going to be electrolyzed reduced water. It's medical grade, and it has the H2 molecule. So yes, there's hydrogen in water, but this is the molecular hydrogen. So it's actually able to absorb at an 85 to 90% better rate into your cells. So you're actually getting the full potential of what water should be doing for you.
So you don't need all those little additives and things that people say, oh, well, it'll help you absorb more. You just put those in.
No, it's crazy.
Interesting.
So basically, you know, even one of the best like examples, you know how when you drink water and it sloshes around in your stomach?
Sure.
So when you drink this water, it doesn't, because it absorbs so quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
I should have brought some for you.
I was like, I would have just done a power test right there, too.
I know. I'll have to bring some back for you.
You know what? Maybe we'll have to reconvene at the Omaha Power Breakfast if you happen to be going this next month.
Yeah.
We'll shoot a little video there, and we can add a little extra into the aether here for the little snippet, so to speak. So a future episode of this one.
I love it.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Well, obviously that makes it pretty different from normal water. Having a little bit more, we're just going to go science mode here. We're going to go full science on the show today. It really gets into full detail here on your website. So I didn't want to go full depth with my questions here. So I'm going to kind of just put the ball in your court here.
Okay.
On the website, it says it can produce 5 different types of water. And then it also has a little blurb down there that says it can replace synthetic products that might be in your home. So I'm a little curious here. Double question for you right off the bat. 5 waters, what are they? And what are we able to potentially get rid of?
Okay, so it's gonna start. Let's start with the highest acidic water.
Hey, I'm gonna have a cheat sheet that I'm gonna put up for the listeners at home. So Matt, I'm gonna send you this, but the viewers are gonna see right along at home on this lovely cheat sheet that I'm gonna use.
Yeah. So we have the strong acidic water, and that water is going to be, it's 2.5. So you're gonna have different pHs at the end of the day. So your alkaline, the water that you're gonna drink, is between 8.5 and 9.5. But if you're going to start with the most acidic water, this is actually going to be basically hydrochloric acid. That, well, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but
yeah.
If you've ever like mouthwash with what it tastes like. Just instinct reaction. Sorry.
So that is basically going to be. But I mean, you can buy this stuff in Sephora right now for like $40 a bottle. So first of all, you can save on that. But the
Start making your own
hydrochloric
water.
acid, it's also going to have that antimicrobial. So you could use this as hand sanitizer. We use it as burns. We use it for rashes. Anything, especially when you have little kids. Oh my goodness. Like, this is a saving grace.
Oh yeah, I was like a battlefield most days.
Yeah. I have a little boy with the same, the kid thinks he's invincible.
anything sharp or that could hurt us, that's just in the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or like, how high can we jump? Or,
you have to see how far.
you gotta try it to know, right? Yeah. So, that's going to be basically that. So it's going to be the sanitizer, and that is just, again, disinfecting at the end of the day. So you can clean with it. So
potentially getting rid of some name brand wipes that you would potentially be wiping down your counter with that usually have bleach in them.
Yep. Yeah, honestly. So, like Clorox, Pine Sol, Lysol. Lysol's a huge one. Everyone, especially after COVID. And that, honestly, it actually ruins the properties, the natural bacteria in your hands. That's like the good bacteria. All that hand sanitizer, it wasn't helping us, unfortunately.
No. Yeah, and that's funny you say that, because I always had people complain all the time, because I was working retail, unfortunately, in that era. I had people complain all the time that, my hands are raw from the blah, blah, blah. I'm like, maybe you should stop touching stuff then. And then stop using hand sanitizer so much.
Yep.
Because I think that was the disservice to the hand sanitizer, is like, it's helpful for everything. Great.
Yeah, let's use it on everything.
Everything. So, not to digress here,
no,
but continuing on here, so we have the next stage of water.
But so you can get rid of hand sanitizer too.
Potentially, yeah.
But the next one is beauty water. It's one of my favorites. So it actually mimics the pH of rainwater.
Okay.
So it's the softest water. People pay for water softeners and things like that. This water is actually, plants love it. I mean, love it. I had a snake plant that was like on the verge of death, and now he has like 3 little babies that have popped up out of nowhere. But they thrive. They really do thrive. So it also is like used as an effective astringent. So I actually got rid of my whole skincare line.
Wow.
And I just use that on my face as a toner. I also use the 2.5 to tighten. So it's like Botox in a bottle. Just for all you men and ladies out there who... Botox isn't always the answer. I mean, try this, because I swear by it. It's wonderful. So
I'm like, just these 2 alone here.
I know.
I think you've pretty much cornered a market. Now we're about to destroy the rest of the market here. But no, that is insane, because now I'm going to have my girlfriend tell me after she sees this, hey, we might need one of these, because my plants, they're looking a little droopy.
The plants are, you can be a really good plant mom, and dad.
You're not helping.
But another big thing, it's also considered natural Windex or natural glass cleaner.
Oh, okay.
So you can get rid of Windex also on top of that.
Okay, I like that.
The 7.0, it's basically like chlorine, rust, and, it's chlorine and rust free, but it is actually important for like babies, for baby formula, because you're not going to want a baby to drink alkaline water, especially if they're a very young baby. And then it's also good for anyone who has like a time-released medication. So a prescription medication would be where you'd want to look at that. Because again, you don't know what's going to happen with the alkaline water. And I know people who do both, so it's not probably the end of the world, but it is made for that. They have a clean water literally just for that. So. Okay,
I like that. I don't know if you need to consult your physician or doctor before doing it if you have a bunch of medications that you're on, but you know what? It's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt. But okay, so then we have 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5.
So 8.5 is actually what you have to start at when you start out. So basically when I bring those bags of water and things, the 8.5 is what I start with, because that is actually, you have to see how much of a detox process your body is going to go through. Because your cells actually, with this water, it's called autophagy, and most people will do like water fasting and different things to put their body into this autophagy state. And this actually puts your body into that state very quickly. So your cells are already detoxing and doing what they're supposed to do. So a lot of people notice some very, like heavy metals. And I mean, you're going to, just depending on what you have in your system, that's going to detox you. Sometimes people do get headaches just because It's a part of a detox. Some people get like joint pain and different things. It just kind of depends on how their body detoxes. So you have to start at 8.5, and then you can move up once your body is no longer feeling those detox symptoms. Usually about 2 weeks. It just kind of depends. I will say a lot of people who invest in this are already people who are investing in their health. So, they're decently healthy to begin with. But I've had some, and they've had some crazy detoxes, and they're just like, okay, I have one girl, her pee like turned purple. There's just all these different things, and she does a lot of like detoxing already.
Interesting.
It's like ketonics or something. I don't remember what she does, but she does some like detoxing thing already, and she's like, that's what I felt, but I didn't have to pay for it, do it every 12 weeks, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, that's a big one. And then eventually you're going to work your way up to the 9.5. Another thing about the 8.5 is it's what you actually give animals. So I have a dog, and he drinks 8.5 every day. He will be 10 in January, and he is like a puppy. He was my first testimony, actually, because he was on joint medication. And with that joint medication, I'm not big on medication, but, I want my dog to have the best quality of life. And so he loves to walk. He loves to run. He's a German Shepherd Bernese Mountain Dog. He's a big dog. And so he had to be on that joint medication. When we found this water, within about a month and a half, he was off that joint medication.
Wow.
And that was like the dead of winter when joints usually hurt. And he is a very lively, almost puppy now. Got a lot of energy, keeps up with the toddler. We're doing good. So 8.5, yes, for animals. Because,
I like that.
Honestly, talk about prolonging, it's prolonging those cells. It's prolonging that life. It's doing the same thing in humans, too.
Okay. Live a little longer and a little healthier here today. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay, we got good things going today.
Yes. But yeah, so the 9.5 is what you eventually get up to, and that means your body is in an alkaline state. When your body is in an alkaline state, disease is not present, and so your cells are alkaline, which means your tissues are alkaline, which means your organs are alkaline, which means your whole body is starting to perform at the highest level. So, once you're at that level, there's always sickness and there's always things going around. First of all, my son is in daycare still. He is not sick. He hasn't been sick. Me and we don't get sick. It's just your body starts performing at its truly highest optimum level. So.
Well, that's the thing. The age-old expression is you are what you eat.
Yeah.
Well, hand in hand, we eat and drink. It only makes sense that what we are ingesting, water-wise or hydration-wise, is only going to help or hinder our bodies as well. So, no, that makes perfect sense on my end of the table.
Yeah.
So, our very last one, 11.5. So, this is the basic one.
Yes.
Well,
so not basic.
Not simple. Base as in the elemental part of things.
Yes. So, this is the strong base water. Basically... there's so much this water does good for, but I'll tell you one of the biggest things that we got rid of was laundry detergent. That's how we wash our clothes, is in 11.5. It gets the stains out, it gets the grease out. It's basically an emulsifier. So even if you take oil and water, we've learned in science at a very young age, oil and water don't mix. This actually emulsifies, and you can see it in some of the video demonstrations and things as well. But there's also fruit and veggies, and it's fruit and veggies wash. So a lot of people do, either the vinegar or you can actually buy the wash and different things like that. So this eliminates that because you are actually able to get those oils, those pesticides off. Even the peel of an apple, the A peel and stuff, you can peel it off if you soak it long enough.
Wow.
So that's been some amazing things. Washing strawberries and tomatoes and grapes. Grapes are a gross one. I never realized how gross. But, these are actually really gross. And you got to get that stuff off. And, even organic has pesticides, And at the end of the day, too, if you're buying organic and you're washing it with tap water, and we can go into that, but, you're just...
You're not helping anything. Because you're basically doing a trade-off at that point.
Yeah.
So those are 5 different types of the water here. Now, again, we'll have the graphic going along as we're going along explaining each one. So
Okay, cool.
hopefully viewers along won't digress too far from us here.
Yeah, it's a lot of knowledge.
I guess it didn't make it onto the sheet here, but yeah, it's a really good point to bring up your tap water versus a system like this. If you don't know anything about your tap water, you should. I should highly encourage you to go on to any and all government websites for your area, learn what's in your tap water, what is allowed to be put in your tap water, and what allowable levels of things are allowed to be at for those. I know that all sounds really wordy. I'm not going to call out anybody. I'm not going to get in trouble by anybody.
You know about it.
So, yes, from my hometown especially, of Burwell, I remember back in the day before all this started, a lot of it was well water. A lot of people just had well water. Sand hills, it's mostly purified. I think arsenic was the biggest thing we had to worry about. And so people had arsenic filters and things like that in place. So it was fine. But then it was like, I want to say like 2006-ish. The city of Burwell goes, we're going to add some things to the water, this is what's recommended that we add things. So then there was like fluoride. It's, I think, allowable levels of arsenic now. And all these things that just got allowed back into the water. And I remember my stepmom having basically a water purifier, and then would dump that out. And then in the bottom, you can see all the sediment or anything else left. I kid you not. It's like that much of just a white powder just caked on the bottom. So there's your horror story. Go find information. I don't know how that gadget works, but you need to learn what's in your water. Now, for the savvy of us that do know what's out there and working in the water, how can Kangen help kind of replace our taps? I guess is a pretty good question to ask you.
So to go back on what you were just saying too, you can go to ewg.org.
I didn't know the website, thank you.
And go to the tap water database. You can put in your zip code, and right there you can see exactly what's in your water. I do for a lot of my presentations, I just do the MUD because that's one that a lot of people use, obviously, in our metro area. So you can go, the top one is arsenic. It's like 645 times, might be a little more, a little less. But compared to what's allowed and what we have in our water, we have chloroform in our water. We have, the arsenic. We have atrazine because we're one of the highest agricultural states. We have, so many different acids that, you just don't even know what they are. But we have pharmaceuticals in our water. We have, I could go on about that.
There's a lot of stuff in our, and it's sad. Yeah. Because obviously that means that people didn't follow rules, or there weren't hard enough rules in place.
Yeah.
We won't point too many fingers, but.
Well, and they're all carcinogenic.
Yeah.
So, if you are what you drink, if you are what you eat, if that's what you're constantly doing, tap water's scary. If you don't know because you think you're doing the right thing and then you're not, and that's where I come in, that's where I like to educate, because some people don't know they're not doing the right thing. It's true. And that's okay. But let's see what we can do to make that better.
Yeah, because I think we scared people by going, you're not helping washing your grapes with tap water. People went,
they're like, well, you brush your teeth with tap water. Even if you drink bottled water, which bottled water is scary in its own ways too. We live in a plastic epidemic right now, and I won't get too crazy on that.
Microplastics are everywhere.
They're carcinogenic. They are endocrine disruptors. They are ruining our hormones. They are causing infertility. This is why I do what I do, because a lot of those things, I don't want people to suffer. You actually don't understand how good you can feel until, if you're drinking the wrong kind of water and it's a dead water, you're not giving your body what it needs, and it's actually could be causing more damage. Even if you're still drinking water, it's doing more harm than good for you. So
now that makes a lot of sense. And I think there's going to be people that go, that didn't make any sense at all. That's where you need to schedule.
Yes.
You need to reach on out to Cayleigh.
I'm here to educate.
Yes. Let her show you real time. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have it today. It was in use. So we'll have a picture of it. We'll put it up there. It's the machine that we're talking about. Have a little conversation.
Yeah.
get a little more education before you go so far as to be like, well, that's just another witchcraft or snake oil or, because there's 1,001 remedies, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But this one has some pretty valid science to it. I mean, this is stuff I think everybody's learned at one point in their life, the sliding pH scale. Somewhere somebody's learned it.
Yes. In a science class.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I think, especially like this, I keep going back to this graphic here, and Matt will put it back up there. I think it just makes it really easily palatable as to, hey, when you start to hit to these points where you should be starting to see and kind of feel that difference of this water. I think that's the gravitation point for me. Because I'm like, okay, cool. We can get rid of some cleaning chemicals that are a little harsh around the house. Maybe people have sensitivity to smells and it waters their eyes pretty quick. Yeah. That's great. It's personally feeling better. I'm always a big proponent of, you look good, feel good, do good. You perpetuate the cycle going. But if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're pounding down a coffee, you just don't have a lot of great water throughout the day, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Because, granted, your door on your fridge is good. It's not great. But it's got a good filter on it. It's not the best filter.
Yeah.
So it's important that there are these systems and people like yourself out here educating us, because
thank you.
The world could be a scary place without different water systems. I'll tell you that much.
It can, yeah.
Yeah, so one little highlight here, a shout out for you. You have a YouTube video on your website here called the Kangen water demonstration. Now, I encourage viewers to go check that out. It's a very cool kind of demo, is to see a little bit of the ins and outs. Kind of neat, kind of a little educational.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long it was. I think it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably 15. I'm not sure. There's a few different ones on there.
Something about that. Now, what can viewers maybe get, maybe just a little teaser-wise, what can viewers get from the video, but more so maybe from yourself in a one-to-one?
I mean, I feel like I talked about the biggest, one of the biggest eye-openers I saw in it. It's when they wash tomatoes and just watching all the pesticides come off. So I actually will do this in a demonstration when I do presentations. Sure. And I'll wash tomatoes in regular water, and you wash them in the 11.5. Leave them both there, and you will see that there's like nothing comes off the tomatoes in the tap water. And we even have filtered tap water. Yeah. I strive.
And that's what I mean. It's like filters are good. They're just not
but
great.
they're not going to emulsify. They're not going to get those pesticides off. And when you actually wash the tomatoes in the 11.5, it's almost a very neon yellow color, and those are all the pesticides coming off. So I mean, it's
yummy.
Huge. And watching the absorption, like they'll do a tea bag. I think it's in that one at least, and they do a tea bag. So you'll have a cup of regular water, cup of the Kangen water, and the tea bag will absorb the one, and it obviously doesn't absorb the other. You can make tea without having hot water, essentially.
I know many people who have tried that and beat their heads into the wall because it just doesn't work.
Yeah. But those are some big...
Yeah, I love that. And again, of course, being one-to-one with you and coming out and maybe seeing that firsthand, tasting some of this product firsthand is going to be probably the best way I can encourage people to ever do anything with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be a firsthand, schedule that one-to-one, link down in the description below. You can also find Cayleigh on social media. Now, we can find you where?
Instagram and LinkedIn.
Instagram and LinkedIn. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So as you're watching the show, you can kind of branch on out, go check out the Instagram page, and keep us up to date, because you're moving. You're always moving. You're a very, very busy person. I had to it was this day or 3 weeks later. And I'm like, all right.
It's been great.
Busy's good though. So I love that. Now, of course, it's not all brass tacks. Sometimes we get to have a little fun here. Do you have any events or anything you're part of, or maybe upcoming, that you want to shout out and promote?
I'm hoping to get into a few partnerships.
Ooh.
I don't have anything concrete at this moment, so it's just kind of a lot of back and forth with marketing and all those different things, the little hoops to jump through.
All the mini hoops.
But I mean, I honestly am hoping, I would love to get into like an expo at some point soon. I learned you have to do that in about a year in advance, so I was a little off this year. But next year, yes, plan on seeing me at some health expos.
Absolutely.
I plan on being there.
Yeah, sure. I can't wait, because I think that fits so well too. I think that's going to be probably one of those booths that you see at these expos.
Yeah.
That there's so many people around that they block the whole lane, so you kind of have to fight your way through them.
Yes.
I hate to say it to you, but that's going to be your booth. Yeah. So you'll have all eyes on you at least.
I'm excited.
I am too. So I might actually have a potential person to maybe help connect you with that too. Friend of the show was on about a month ago, Bob Mancuso with Mid-American Expositions.
Okay.
So they put on a bunch of the expos around town. Yes. So I think that's a cool way we can maybe help out here from the show. Now, a little bit more of the behind the scenes questions here, if so to speak here. What's a little bit behind the scenes or maybe part of the job that just, you wish it got the attention it deserves, but it just never does?
Well, I think we kind of talked about this, but essentially when I started this, it was an online business.
Sure.
I did affiliate marketing. I was a distributor. I decided to take it to like 16 different branches after that. And I decided to do networking. And networking was, I will say, the biggest game changer. If you are a small business owner, if you are starting a new business, whatever it is, like networking is the number one thing I can suggest to anyone.
Yeah.
And I have a team of 5 now.
Wow.
And, I push them to get their little booties to networking too. So I just think it's huge. And, I'm not saying they have to do it all the time. They do a lot more online, and I still do the online side of it. I love the online side. It's automation. So it does give me a little more time with my son and things like that. But at the end of the day, like, I love being face-to-face with people. Yeah. And I love connecting, so.
I love that. And I think, networking, especially with something as unique as this, is the right way to go about it. I mean, because, you could put an advertisement together that could pretty well and describe everything that's going on, but it just doesn't do it enough service, I don't think. So, I think definitely handshaking, face-to-face interaction, that's the way to go. 100%. Yeah. And hopefully this video will help along, so be a friend and share to another friend.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So I am a little curious, because it's not always sunshine and rainbows. You said you kind of had to take a chance on doing this anyway from the get-go. It was, hey, I just wasn't happy, took a shot. Yeah, and so here we are.
Yeah.
I'm a little curious, what's been one of the challenges or maybe obstacles you've had to overcome since starting this endeavor?
I mean, I think the challenge, especially at first, at first, and I think this in any entrepreneurial journey, I think I got more lucky than some did, or maybe I just put myself out there more, I'm not sure. But, I think the biggest one's going to be income. And it's like, okay, when am I truly going to get that first paycheck? Or, how am I? Another huge thing, we'll take income even off the table. It's every market is saturated.
Yeah.
And this is a global movement. There's so many people out there, and at the end of the day, someone doesn't have to come to me, but hopefully what I do is I make myself stand out in a way that I'm going to be there. I'm going to help serve you. If you need something, I'm there for you. I remember your birthday. I'll talk about your family. Like, I think all of those personal touches really help. And I think that's set me apart from some who haven't exactly made it yet. Because I think that's really important. People want to be heard at the end of the day, and just having that customer service and knowing they could call you if they need you or whatever it is. I mean, I'll help people hook up their machines if I can. I'll find someone who can help you, or whatever we need to get. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out together.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that's really kind of prevalent throughout and kind of how you present not only the product, but yourself as well with it. It kind of comes from that place like, look, been there. Yeah. We're past that. We're moving forward, and you kind of have that good mindset, and you're on the right track, kind of so to speak. So I'm happy that hopefully maybe this will be a help. Hopefully all the more networking will be more helpful as well, and we can continue to kind of change the water as we know it. Because as we're talking here, I just want the viewers to think about this for a moment. Just pause and think about every water brand that you know. Not the ones that you'll just see in the gas station, just that you know. At least 6 come to mind, at least for myself.
Yeah.
And I can tell you 3 of them are bad, just from the taste.
I could have done a little water demo with
I know it.
I didn't even think about it.
I was like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know 3 of them that I'll avoid because I hate the taste of them.
Yeah.
And, it's bottled water. No, it doesn't. It does not taste the same. Dasani's proved that.
It's mostly glorified tap water.
Yeah, it's sanitized tap water. That's about all I can maybe describe it as. But, I think about all those different brands out there. Man, oh man, if everybody and anybody kind of started to get on this train, man, oh man, that's a lot of plastic not being used.
It's sustainable. Yes. That's why it's a part of a movement, you know. It's non-toxic, it's sustainable. I mean, I wanted non-toxic for a really long time. Now that my son can help us, like my husband loves to clean. And I mean, I clean, but like he loves to clean. And now my son, it's monkey see, monkey do, and all he wants to do is clean, and he can help us clean everything.
Right. And
I'm allergic to fragrance, so yeah, those chemicals just didn't do it for me. Laundry detergent,
Cayleigh on the couch while everybody else is cleaning.
Yeah,
it's like,
like, oh, this is the worst day of my life. Like, you know, so
open every window.
Yeah. Oh, and I do it.
Absolutely.
And I'll be dramatic about it because like it's just I can't handle it, you know. So, and I think my son is also allergic to fragrance because I can kind of tell if he's somewhere else and different things. So, I mean, I am very particular about that. I want us to live our best lives.
Yeah.
We're suffocating in fragrance.
We probably should get rid of them.
You know, and it's crazy how many people are. I mean, in chemicals in general, like you don't know what you're just not aware of everything you're breathing in every day, and that's really difficult, I think.
Yeah, I think as conscientious as we are about a lot of things, there's still a lot that we need to brush up on, we'll put it that way.
It is, yeah.
Now, just in a realism sense, I didn't get it on here, and of course, I want people to talk brass tacks and details with you, but roughly, just off the top of your head, what's roughly a Kangen system, or an Enagic system cost us here to get Kangen water?
So they're about $6,000.
About $6,000, okay.
Yes. So it's an investment.
It's an investment, but at $6,000, I'm thinking about this too. Think of how many people buy a new water pitcher each year with however many filters you might need, and then, oh, well, we forgot to refill it. Well, I'll just go grab a bottle of water. Well, now the kid wants a bottle. Oh, well, now, so everything kind of seems to add up and add up and add up. You could probably offset this.
I have actual charts if you want.
I was going to say, I'm sure the math is there, and from somebody a lot smarter than me in math, but 6,000 doesn't seem like all that much when you're talking about a true water, not even filtration. It's a true water, I want to call it organizer, because you can kind of make it into whatever you need it to be. So.
You can, and you can get rid of so many different synthetic. You can. I mean, we used to have to go to Costco for everything. Now we go to Costco for like food. You know, it's just it's all changed, and even like coconut water. I used to drink coconut water every day because I would never feel hydrated. Never felt hydrated. Now I feel hydrated. And once you see the transformation for yourself, you can't unsee it. You know? You can't unfeel the way you felt, and you're just like, wow, I would do anything for this. But it is an investment, and it's an investment in you, your family, your health. But, you know, investing now, otherwise you're going to invest in illness later, is kind of the way I look at it. So,
good way to put it.
And it will last you for 25 plus years if you take care of it correctly. It's made of titanium grade plates, so it should hold up. You clean it. It's a self cleaner too, and then you have to clean it. But it's really a simple system that they've created, and it's different. It's worth it, and it pays for itself. Honestly.
Well, and that's
in the first year it paid for itself.
The best part about these two is like, we are in an age now where technology is always getting better, contrary to popular belief. It is constantly getting better, meaning it's either more affordable to do, meaning it's smaller to do, meaning it's more compact, meaning whatever that meaning may be in that circumstance. I look forward to the future too, to where these are now, oh, hey, what used to be a $6,000 machine that you have in your home, 25 years from now, it's now a $500 machine that goes right on your countertop and it replaces your kitchen. Yeah. You know, like things like that I look forward to for the future.
And this is the next kitchen appliance. Yeah. Honestly.
It just makes sense.
So much.
It just makes sense. I mean, you can honestly just remove your sink and put this there.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, barring if you didn't have to really wash dishes. I guess you can make a tub attachment for it, I suppose.
Yes.
Copyright. I'm kidding. We like to have a little bit of fun on the show.
We do have a tub attachment, so.
Oh, dang it.
It's already been thought of, my dear.
Dang it. I knew I was way behind on the game there. Now, one of my favorite questions here. What has been one of the best moments that Enagic has been able to give you? I know we've kind of talked to some of them where, you know, you're able to have that freedom of flexibility. It's given you a lot back with your son. Has there been anything else maybe in the career path-wise that's been like, this has filled that gap, or it just felt better than what was previous?
Honestly, yes, because, you know, I I mean, even when I went into my last job, whatever job I've ever gone in, it's always to help people, right? And so even in my last job, like all I wanted to do was help people and make a difference in their life and their family. And so I'm kind of, I've done that at a bigger scale now. And I just think that's so important. And like watching it just help other people, that is the best feeling at the end of the day. When I can wake up in the morning, first of all, wake up happy to be up in the morning. Like, what new opportunity is going to happen today? Whose life can I help change today? What transformation can I help make? I think it's all about serving. Everything is sales at the end of the day. It just depends on how you break it down. Mm-hmm. And I think it's about serving. And when you can have someone come back and thank you for you selling them something, like that's kind of the full circle, Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. And you thank me because I've now done something to help you and make you feel better and help your life or help, it just depends on the situation, but it's the serving.
And I know a couple jaws hit the ground. You can thank somebody for selling you something. It is a thing that can happen.
Yes.
It is a thing, and it can happen, especially when you're talking about something so important and considering it an investment into your own health, into your own future, maybe your kids' future as they're coming, or maybe you're planning to start a family down the road.
Yeah. Invest
early.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a no-brainer. It makes a lot of sense in my opinion. So, of course, link down in the description. You can talk to Cayleigh directly, get some time set up so you can learn a little bit more of the intricacies, maybe a little more ins and outs of it. If that so piques your interest, maybe you just want to buy one right this second and you got money burning a hole in your pocket. Well,
I can help you with that too.
There we go.
But I can look up specific testimonies. I can really get to the nitty gritty of what you're looking for, what your pain point is. And that is where I can help you because you can see it from someone else's story and then, let's make that your story. Let's make that your testimony.
I love that because, again, we're going through some of these a little more quicker than others. We're being a little more brief about other topics because you cover a lot. For being just about water, there was a lot. So I was like, this could be a 2-hour episode if we weren't careful. So that's why I'm really pushing for people to just set something up, set a good time with you up because it really is a lot of information, but it's all good information.
Yeah.
It was at least fun to do my homework today. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Now, my very last business question here for you.
Okay.
What is something here you want us viewers to know either more about when it comes to Enagic, Kangen water, or just your industry in general?
Honestly, what I want more people to truly know about, not just from an Enagic or a Kangen water standpoint, but from a water standpoint, is your tap water, is what you're drinking, is your bottled water, is all the endocrine disruptors, is, there's just so many things that we do on a daily basis that oxidizes us, and I didn't even get to that part of it.
That's true.
But one of the biggest properties, besides the H2, is also, it's the highest on the ORP meter, which is oxidation reduction potential. So it's the highest antioxidant out there. So instead of anti-aging, we are we're anti-aging instead of aging. We are anti-inflammatory instead of inflamed. We are, it's bigger than, it's like 5 pounds of blueberries, 30 cups of green tea. You can buy all this stuff, or you can drink a cup of water,
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever tried to hoof down 5 pounds of blueberries. I don't think you're making it past pound one.
It's it's really expensive. And then you're washing it with tap water, I'm assuming, but I won't get into that. But, so just water, I think, is the most important. But everything we do on our daily basis or in our daily lives is oxidizing. So why wouldn't we want to do anything we can to antioxidize that? Because I just think that's so important. And also another huge thing is, with the antioxidants and everything, I just lost my train of thought.
And that's okay. That is okay.
But also another huge thing is that, we have so many brain degenerative diseases now and cancer is so prevalent. And, I think a big thing can be from water as well. If you're drinking bottled water and it's oxidizing and it's not getting where it needs to be, if your brain is dehydrated, unfortunately, that's why you're getting sick. Most people are walking around dehydrated. They're not sick. They're just dehydrated. And this H2, the molecule in the molecular hydrogen, can actually break through the blood-brain barrier. So we are helping with things you cannot say cure, but this is helping with brain degenerative diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, depression, all these, just different, and all these inflammatory properties, like it's the same thing. So there's so much I could go on forever, and I won't. But
that's okay.
I'm serious. Yes, if someone has a specific question, please do reach out because I will be happy to answer it.
Yeah, because I think, again, wealth of knowledge across from me. But it's also just a vast, no pun intended, pool to dive into. To just keep learning and going, I never knew anything about this. Or you just find out how bad your tap water can really be. Now, again, not trying to rib at anybody in the water industry that does our Omaha City of Water people. None of that.
I know,
We're not ribbing at you guys.
We're educating.
We are educating. If I'm ribbing at anybody, it's the big water companies that put it in bottles that say it's better.
It's marketing. At the end of the day, that's all it is.
Just like how Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows that tagline.
Didn't they get sued for it too when it actually was the wings, and now they had to change it to the juice? Yeah, I remember that.
I think so because
Also, don't drink Red Bull, please.
Yeah, if you like your heart, just don't.
just
don't.
No kidding.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll have an energy drink a time or two, but that's not one I'm grabbing.
No.
Out of all of them, that's not one. Well, it's time for some fun questions here on the show. So, friend of the show, Blake Martin with FranNet.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you don't know Blake, he is the franchisee, or I guess, what does he call himself? The Match.com for franchisees and refugee CEOs to find their Match franchise.
He was huge on the 50 Mile March.
He is awesome on the 50 Mile March. I went to their thing yesterday. They had a little, it was kind of like a thank you and a preview, like what's coming up next year for him, like some things that are around the corner, what we raised, because I was part of the media team this year. So, funny enough, I caught up with Blake Martin a few different times throughout that.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. Yeah, the amount of money he put together for that, and then went, well, I don't care that I have all of this. Put it on to people who didn't make the goal so they can march.
Yeah. Yep. That's amazing.
The guy can't be talked highly enough on the show, but he gifted me these cards after he was on the show.
Very cool.
He's like, it's a box of random questions. Don't know if you'll ever use it.
Okay.
Yep. So this side has been asked by our viewers or not viewers, but our guests. This side has yet to be asked. So the choice is yours. Draw out 3 cards of whichever side you'd like. And if you get a bad question, you can redraw. Because there are a couple of them that have been just like, that's not even a good question.
What would you love to find at a yard sale? Oh my gosh, that's a hard one because I don't like garage sales.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't been to a garage sale in a good while, we'll put it that way.
I mean, honestly, maybe when I was more of a newer mom, it would have been like a stroller or like a wagon or something. Some of those baby things are just outrageously priced for no reason. But
for all 2 years that they'll get of it.
Well, the stroller, just finding one stroller was like, holy moly. So if it was like a gently used item, maybe I would be okay with that. I don't know how I'd feel about clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of that's my nitpicky right
My girlfriend's the same way. That is a little hard. I think, for myself, it'd either be like a really fun or cool Stein that was like just $2 and go grab it. Because I have a collection over in my office. I'll show you after the show here.
Cool,
or, since I'm a Magic the Gathering player, wouldn't mind just seeing like some old Magic cards that a Black Lotus might be in there somewhere. Because that's worth $1 million or so. Yeah, something that's worth a hell of a lot of money for no reason.
Or an old football helmet or like a signed baseball or, something like that.
Yeah, some old school Broncos memorabilia. You got me there.
Are you a Broncos fan?
I am a Broncos fan.
I love it.
Even though we lost yesterday.
I know. Broncos, it's been hard for them.
It's been a hard road. Been a hard road after Peyton hung it up.
Yeah. So,
good question.
Yeah.
2 more.
Kind of. What are your simple pleasures? Well, I'm a foodie, so I love really good food, but I really only eat fish and vegetarian. So I think people who do that right, it's really
You're not wrong, because that's a skill. And there's not a lot of fish dishes that I would put above certain red meats for myself.
Yeah.
But there are some, because if you do them right, they'll hold their own.
Yeah. Oh, completely.
Any day of the week.
Yeah.
Especially some nice grilled walleye.
Yes. Yeah. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that and like a really nice bottle of wine. I like really good wine. I'm a big wine person.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that on the show. We've had multiple wine people on the show.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, we've had Holly Pendley. She represents the Boise collection. She does like wine flights and tastings.
Cool.
We had Poor Decisions. Megan, your last name is drawing a blank for me. Sorry.
Okay.
And then we had Vino Mas.
I love Vino Mas.
Yep. We had them on the show as well. So
Very cool.
We've had some good wine people on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite places, honestly.
A couple of ladies in the office here really love them too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like good food. I feel like in Omaha, again, I don't really go out a lot now, but that was kind of one of my favorite things to do.
There's so many different restaurants. We're spoiled with food choice.
We are. I agree.
In a good way. One more.
If you owned a boat, what name would you choose for it?
If I owned a boat?
Well,
I think we could maybe do a new question.
That hasn't been on my dream list. So I'm not sure. Probably my son's name.
I mean, I grew up by the Calamus. Like, you go rent a boat. Like, I don't need to own a boat.
What are the most important qualities in friends?
That's a better question.
That's a good one.
For me, definitely, it's honesty and I don't know if there's a real word for it, but if they kind of are able to match with you, if that makes sense, like they can understand if you're down a little bit that day.
Energy.
Yeah, they can kind of help be like that little bumper to keep pushing it back up a little bit. Like, they just got to be able to have that right connection.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I think is number one, just someone who's truly going to have your back at the end of the day. If you needed to give them a phone call, like they would be there, they would drop things for you, I think that's a really big one, especially after you become a mom. A lot of people ask about the baby, and it's like, hey, I'm still here. And you can kind of start weeding out who's there and who's not after that. Like if they're, if they just want to come and see the baby, it's totally different than here. I'm going to come bring you dinner and like watch him so you can like go shower or something. It's like a totally different. Now that I'm a part of this mom community, I've seen different things in that way. But yeah, I mean, honesty is number one. And just someone who, and they want the best for you. Yeah. They do. So. Yeah,
I completely agree. I think those were some pretty good questions for us.
Those maybe not bad. The boat one.
The boat one was strange.
I'll be thinking of it.
Yeah, I guess we'll just call it the water dog. I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, well, this question gets me a lot of different answers, which is great because we get to highlight a lot of different things here on the show then.
Yeah.
But I always propose this question this way. So it's called the Mount Rushmore question.
Okay.
So, meaning, if I was coming in from out of town, maybe I'm a friend, I'm a family member, I haven't been to Omaha before, you're going to be a little bit busy, I got to go kill some time. What's your Mount Rushmore I should go do throughout the day to go kill some time? Maybe go see some things, maybe go check out whatever.
Coming from someone who doesn't go out a lot. I will say a cool thing for like a whole family is Kaneko downtown.
Sure.
That was really neat. That was talk about, just learning so many different things. They have stuff about finances there. They have things about science. They have water. They have sand. They have, just so many different interactive things that I think are really cool for like kids and teens and stuff.
I agree.
But we even enjoyed it as adults. It's like I still learned something new. So
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that was really cool. Just depending on who you are, I guess. I mean,
any like food places you've gone to lately that you're like, you know what, actually that was a really good spot that we went out the other night?
Food places I have gone to, I would say, obviously like the Drover is a number one staple. And especially if you do like meat, but they have good seafood too.
They do.
Brucey is really good.
I don't know if I've had that one.
Brucey it was Brucey. It's the Linden Market now.
Okay.
Yes, and it's owned by Jenny Coco, who is J Coco.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one's awesome. They do everything right. Oh, I will not forget this one because it's my favorite, Yoshitomo.
I've heard of Yoshitomo on here.
I'm obsessed with sushi. So Yoshitomo or Koji, but Yoshitomo's in Benson, so that one's like really cool. And it's just such a cool experience. The servers are great. You can watch it on the line if you want and different things like that. So
I love that.
Yeah, I would say that's really cool too.
Yoshitomo's been mentioned a lot on here. I got to get over to it. I haven't been there yet, so it's making the list.
Yeah.
It's officially making the list, dang it.
Yeah. They have meat. They have like a little bit of meat. It's like Wagyu and things also. And I mean, they do it right.
Some sushi I can do, like if it's really thin or like, it's not a big hunk of raw fish.
Yeah.
I can do okay in that realm.
Yeah.
Crab I'm fine with. That's no big deal. I did... And I love my friends to death. They're like, oh yeah, here, you'll just try this piece of tuna, and here's a little soy sauce, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, it's going to be just like a steak. And I'm like, okay. Popped it right in. I was like, this is nothing like a steak.
Not steak.
I hate all of you right now. Yeah, my brain went.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I get the meatiness that they're talking about that could mimic a steak.
Mm-hmm.
Wear clothes, but it's not a steak.
I don't know if that's the one for you then.
No.
It's a little more fishy.
But you know what? That's okay. I still try to try things, but the hunks of fish are not my thing.
And they cover things in like brown butter and, they torch things with lemons and it's great.
See, maybe that'll help.
Yep.
I'll have to try it.
You're going to give it a go.
It's on the list now, officially. Now, my final question here. I get a lot of different, and by different, I mean just kind of unique answers to sometimes. So this one is a free-range question to anything that pops to mind for Omaha and the surrounding areas like La Vista, Ralston, all that good fun stuff too. So what is something here in Omaha or the surrounding communities you wish people knew either more about or just supported more? Besides their tap water.
I know, I was going to say, do I veer away? I know I will veer away from that.
No, you sure can.
No, I think it's, I would just say, and maybe there is more of this out there and I just don't know it, but one of my hardest stages of life, was postpartum. And it's very sensitive. It's something either people get or they don't get. And it's either because they've gone through it or, so I think I wish there was more out there for help on postpartum. Sure. And that can go through so many different ways, but, just really trying to find yourself again and trying to figure out who you are again and not recognizing yourself and your body. And I think this is, not a topic. It's kind of it's a sensitive topic. It's just, I think there's more need for it out there because I ended up having to just do a lot of research online and, you already feel isolated and alone because no one knows what you're going through.
And the internet helps that a lot.
Yeah, so much. And so I just think it's important to have more communities that there are places for you to go. And there might be, maybe I just didn't know about them. And I've heard Mommy and Me's and maybe that.
Sure.
But, I'm thinking the nitty-gritty.
But you're thinking for specifically, for that. Yeah. And, to be honest, nothing's coming to mind for myself, at least in the years I've been networked, nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just a gap in our community that's missing. Because, again, being in such an intimate topic and such a... Like you said, you either know it, you don't know it, and if you do know it, how do you know it? Did you go through it, or do you just know it?
Is it advice or opinion?
Exactly. So that's a very, I don't want to say touchy topic, but you have to be diligent about what you say in that topic and how you conduct that topic. So if there is any postpartum groups out there, I hope you comment down below. We'd love to have you on the show, highlight out, because
it's important.
That's an important thing.
It's very
that we
important.
Need. Yeah. Well, Cayleigh, that's the end of my questions. I know you had all of the rest of them. I know. You finally got through them after climbing the mountain of questions.
Right? That's awesome.
I really appreciate you taking time out of your day coming onto the show here.
This was awesome.
I'm glad you had some fun today.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course. Now, before we wrap everything up, is there anything you want to leave the viewers and us off with? I can just say the most simple thing you think of is water, and can be the biggest transformation. And when you change your water, you change your life. So definitely reach out, and I would love to educate. I love it. Reach on out. Link is down in the description below. Thank you for tuning into this edition of the UIA Trusted Partners podcast. Of course, we'll have more coming up next time. We'll see you then.